Hi everyone, I had a friend reach out to me to ask for advice on what they can do next on their property journey. Um, they're uh, they're in the accounting field. They already own properties in London, and they're looking to move soon. And just trying to figure out whether or not they should buy more properties. Now, being accountants, they understand the tax implications of buying properties in their own name. They also understand the implications of setting up a limited company and buying a property in a limited company to save on interests that you pay towards the mortgage. However, what they were unfamiliar with is the lending side of things when it comes to limited companies, or even buying more properties in your personal name and how lenders view that. So the lending market changes all the time, and my main advice, my first advice would be to talk to the right mortgage broker. I'm not a mortgage advisor, so all I can tell you is my experience and what I've learned from talking to different people. But having the right broker is so important. It's like um, going to an accountant who specializes in corporate and then asking them to do your personal tax return. Yes, they can probably deal with it, but because they don't deal with it day in, day out, they may not be the specialists in that particular area. So mortgage brokers are the same. I've worked with so many brokers over the years, and when people have asked me for maybe recommendations or how to look for them, I ask, I always ask them to find out if they are or if they have access to all of market lending. This means that the mortgage broker isn't restricted to only certain products. Having all the market allows you to have a more competitive edge. Um, there's questions around whether or not it's worth paying for brokers who charge a fee. Um, I don't mind paying for that because what that often means is they have access to all of market lending. They're less likely to be incentivized by the product. So your interest is put first. That's obviously not always true for all free ones, but in principle, paying them a fee means that they're working for you. Um, I have used free ones in the past as well and still do, but most of my mortgages that I go through are with mortgage brokers who I pay a fee for. Um, the other thing, and just to elaborate a little bit more on the mortgage brokers being specialists in different fields, imagine a mortgage broker who deals with mainly shared ownership and first-time residential buyers, ones who deal with help to buy government structures, mortgage brokers who deal with limited companies, mortgage brokers who were very active 10 years ago dealing with lots of lending when properties were being bought in your own name. So if they deal with these applications day in, day out, they end up developing relationships with the lenders for that niche area. So therefore, in my view, they become sort of an expert in that field, and finding the broker who is good at what they do for what you need is quite crucial. Um, the other thing we talked about was just I asked a few questions about why they are thinking about buying more properties. What is their goal? Is it capital growth? Is it cash flow? Is it for the children? Why are they doing it? Um, what I learned was it was about the cash flow. So then my next question was, well, what cash flow are you trying to achieve? You're obviously busy parents. You already have two properties. You're considering buying more, but you've got a full-time job with kids, especially during COVID, and looking after them whilst at home. It's really challenging. So where would you make the time to create or to buy more properties? They also highlighted that they've had issues with builders, and these are real issues here, very time-consuming issues, where if you work with the wrong builder, you just end up fixing a lot of mistakes and errors. Um, so going back to what I was asking was, what cash flow are you trying to achieve? Is it, 500 a month? Is it 1,000 a month? And why are you doing that? Why are you trying to achieve that? When you understand that amount and when you understand that why, then you can go back to, well, how can I achieve this cash flow? Do you actually need to buy property to achieve it? Because you may have a lot of capital already, and if you just invest it for a good interest rate, you may not need to deal with the headache of buying property, dealing with builders, dealing with tenants, etc. So there are many ways to achieve the same goal. So it's all about, well, what is your goal and why are you doing it? I hope you found this video useful. Follow me on all the other social media tags. I'll put the link below because I'm always sharing things about property. I've even released a starter's guide to property investing to help those who are wanting to get on the property ladder, knowing where to start. Bye.